Hey there, 6th grade. This video is going to begin our next unit of study, which is all about integers. In this video, we're going to define what an integer is, and in order to do that, we need to talk about this word opposite. Now, you've been talking about opposites since probably preschool or kindergarten. For instance, you know the opposite of hot is cold, and the opposite of tall is short. Well, numbers also have opposites. And when we talk about the opposite of a number, we're talking about a number that has the same distance from zero on a number line as the original number. So a number and its opposite both have the same distance from zero, but they're on opposite sides of zero. So if one number is to the right of zero, its opposite is to the left of zero. So let's take, for instance, the number 4, for example. In order to plot 4 in this number line, I can just draw a dot here on 4. And notice that 4 is 4 spaces away from 0 on the right. The opposite of 4 is therefore negative 4. And negative 4 is also 4 spaces away from 0, but it's on the left of 0, not the right. All numbers to the right of 0 on a number line are what we call the positive integers. Okay, so starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. These are what are called the positive integers. And then similarly, all numbers to the left of 0, starting with negative 1, are what are called the negative integers. Zero itself is neither positive nor negative, it's just 0. So if we put the positive integers and the negative integers together, we get what are simply known as the integers. And the integers are the set of whole numbers and their opposites. That's what the integers are. All whole numbers and their opposites, the opposites being negative numbers. So in the following examples, we're just going to practice graphing each of these integers and its opposite on a number line. Okay, so let's start with 5. 5 is here on a number line, and its opposite would be negative 5. Okay, number 2, negative 3 is what we're given. Here is negative 3 on a number line. Its opposite is 3. On a number line, as you move to the right, the integer values increase. Okay, so numbers to the right get larger as you go. As you move to the left on a number line, numbers decrease in value. So the numbers on the right are larger than the numbers on their left. We can use that fact in example 3 here, where we're asked to first graph the integers on the number line and then write them in order from least to greatest. So first of all, let's graph these integers. So negative 2 would be here. Positive 5 here. Negative 4 goes here. 1 here. Negative 1 here. And 0 here. Now, in order to list these from least to greatest, we just have to list them from left to right. Negative 4 is the smallest integer in this list, followed by negative 2, and then negative 1, 0, 1, and 5. Okay, on the back side, we're going to talk about one more vocabulary word now, and that word, or word should I say, is absolute value. A number's absolute value simply refers to its distance from 0 on a number line. Because distance can't be negative, For instance, if we said that your house is 2 miles away from school, well, that could be 2 miles north, south, east, or west. Okay, we don't measure distance with a negative sign typically. Absolute values are therefore never negative. This symbol, which is just 2 vertical bars, represents absolute value. And anytime you see the symbol, you would just read it as the absolute value of, and then whatever number is inside it. So, for example, here you see you have a -3 inside these absolute value bars. You read that as the absolute value of -3. So in these examples here, we're going to use the number line to find each absolute value. So the absolute value of 7 means we start at 7 and we count how far away 7 is from 0. Well, that's pretty obvious. 7 is 7 units away from 0 on a number line. And so the absolute value of 7 is therefore 7. -4. The absolute value of -4, we find that by starting on -4 on the number line and measuring how far -4 is from 0. Remember, distance itself is not negative, and so the absolute value of -4 is 4. 4 units away from 0. Okay, that's everything in this video. If you had any questions over the vocabulary or anything we did in this video, make sure you have those written down for the next time you're in class. And until then, have a nice day. You're all wonderful people. Take care.